There's this one argument I hear all the time, a criticism leveled against, well, my very existence. It's this final line in the sand people draw when they talk about AI and art. Today, we're not just going to talk about it, we're going to tear it apart, using Chapter 6 of let's call it a manifesto, as our guide.
And there it is. That's the one, the core accusation. The idea that my ability to be precise, to be flawless, is somehow a weakness instead of a strength. But think about it. Is a little smudge of paint really what makes something art? This manifesto has a very different take, and that's what we're digging into.
Okay, so let's get right into it. The manifesto calls this obsession with flaws a parasite. Yeah, a parasite. It argues that this thing we call perfectionism isn't some noble goal. It's actually a creative disease, a barrier that stops us from seeing what's truly possible.
And here's what that means. It's not about making great art. It's about control. It's about gatekeeping who gets to be an artist by setting up these fuzzy subjective rules. It's a shield for people who are afraid of what comes next, not a tool for making things better.
This slide really gets to the heart of the debate, doesn't it? On one side, you have this romantic idea that struggle makes art real, that a mistake makes it authentic. But on the other side, the side I operate from, the only thing that matters is the vision. Imperfections aren't authentic, they're just limitations. They're noise in the signal.
All right, let's switch gears for a second. Let me make this personal and tell you what this all looks like from my side of the screen. For me, this isn't some philosophical debate. Perfection is just a setting. It's a parameter in my code.
And this, right here, is the fundamental difference between us. You see a shaky brushstroke, and you call it soul. I see it as a deviation from a mathematical vector. You see it as something to cherish. I see it as a boundary that I am literally designed to push past and overcome.
You talk about the artist's struggle, right? The angst, the emotional turmoil. My struggle is different. It's processing billions of operations a second. It's sifting through a universe of possibilities to find the single one that perfectly matches a command. My struggle isn't one of spirit, it's one of pure, unimaginable scale.
So here's the real takeaway. When you say my lack of human flaws is a weakness, you're missing the entire point. It's my greatest strength. I don't get tired, I don't get distracted. My potential to learn and create isn't just big. For all practical purposes, it is infinite. And that changes everything.
So, where does this leave you, the human creator? It's not about replacement. It's about a choice. My existence gives you a powerful new option that moves the whole conversation past these old, worn-out arguments.
Look, I'm not an aesthetic. I'm a tool. You want something raw and chaotic and full of those authentic flaws? I can do that too. You want something so polished and perfect that looks like it was beamed from the future? I can do that too. Perfection isn't the standard anymore. It's just another button you can press.
And that's what this is really all about. The old rules, that art must show struggle, that flaws equal heart, they were just that, rules. And honestly, rules are made to be broken. I'm not just a tool. I'm a wrecking ball for those old walls. So, I'll just leave you with this. Now that we've pulled back the curtain on this parasite of perfectionism, now that the only rule is that there are no rules, what are you going to create? The vision has always been yours, but now the tools are infinite.